Now at 5:30 and only on 10, it's a story 10 on your sides. Andy Fox has been covering for 3 decades. The Colonial Parkway murders.
It began in 1986 with the deaths of Kathy Thomas and Rebecca Andowski. Between October of that year and 1989, 3 other couples were also killed.
In all, 8 people were murdered or missing in 4 different cases.
And those responsible have never been brought to justice. This October will mark 30 years since the murder of Kathy Thomas and Rebecca Andowski. Our Andy Fox returned to the site of her murder with her brother today, right?
Stephanie and Laura, that was the first of what is known today as the Colonial Parkway murders. 30 years and no closure is a long time. Kathy's brother is back in town. He's exploring a potential documentary and the murders and is contributing to a new book on the crimes. Today we went back to the place that would forever change the Thomas family.
It's such a beautiful place. And, it makes me sad that it has this terrible connotation.
Bill Thomas remembers that day at this spot 30 years ago, October 12th, 1986. Remembers the call from his dad.
First thing my dad said was, "You better sit down," and I remember thinking how odd that was.
Odd and news tragic. Bill's sister Kathy and friend Rebecca Dowski found murdered along the Colonial Parkway in Kathy's white 1980 Honda, and we were there 30 years ago.
It had been rolled into these bushes, almost into the water. The women were found with their throats slit. They were fully dressed. They still had their money.
It is definitely something that nags at you. We really want to know what happened.
No one more persistent than Thomas, keeping the FBI focused on solving what are known as the Colonial Parkway murders.
Respectfully, yes, the case was open, but even the FBI admitted to me off the record that Kathy's case was sitting at a very dusty pile.
That was in 2009. In 2010, the FBI stepped up the investigation with emphasis on untested biological evidence. FBI spokesperson Tina Pullen.
In 30 years, technology has advanced, so we are trying to apply new scientific methods to old evidence.
Thomas says he wishes the FBI were quicker, but thinks the FBI is close.
The investigative agent will text me and say, "Can you please call me?" And I'll know they have some news. And we're talking a lot these days, and I'm thrilled about that.
I can say that the FBI has made significant progress in this case.
It's been nearly 30 years. I think we can solve the Colonial Parkway murders. I think with some additional work, the Colonial Parkway murders can be solved, and I'm not going to let it go.
Colonial Parkway murders will forever change Hampton Roads. Thomas thinks what slowed down the investigations more than anything is the retirements of those who actually began the investigations decades ago. Cold cases and violent crimes are not given the top priority at the FBI, nor is the testing done at Quantico for the cases. But Thomas is confident that one day there will be a news conference where it is announced, case is solved. I'm Andy Fox, 10 on your side.